Craig is worried I have something that squirts water. This is not a Tom Cruise moment. I'm not one of those jerk asses. Craig, where are you from?
I am from Macon, Georgia.
Macon, Georgia? Don't get discouraged. Keep practicing. You're going to get good. Just keep working on the portfolio stuff. Even should display your crappy work like this. You're going to get there. The internet, they got free classes on art, and you're going to get there. It's going to be great. Work is awesome because I was really looking at this and the Peter Pan thing. And are you an artist alley every year?
No, this is my first time back to San Diego in 8 years.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome back. So what do you do? Are you a full-time graphic artist?
Oh, yes, definitely. And I've worked for DC for on and off for 20 years. I just finished a tour of duty at Vertigo. I worked on Fables. I inked 3 issues. I did the Last Castle graphic novel. Prior to that, I was Ryan Sook's pinch hitter on The Spectre. I did every 5th issue of The Spectre until Ryan ended his run on the book, and that's when I went to Vertigo. And since then, I've been pursuing my own evil plan. A lot of people know my black and white work and my comic sequential stuff, and I love doing that, but boy, doing my full color work, I really feel like I'm spreading my wings. Live models for nearly everything. This is me and my friend Heather. If you want to see here, this is the original pencil drawing that I did from the photograph that we posed for.
Yeah, because you really capture the weight of the body and the legs and the heaviness.
A friend of mine commented on, you can see the guilt on their shoulder. Somehow, too, this black shadow, you know that Batman's going to come stepping out of it just 1 second from now.
Cool, absolutely. I didn't even think about that. That's a great setup. They all step aside and Batman steps forward.
I had the wonderful opportunity to do this piece right after I'd read Identity Crisis. And all of this was still very fresh in my head. But this is an angle of this scene that they show repeatedly, but they never show it from this angle. So I've got every character where they're standing from the comic. This took about a week to do. The first 2 days before I even picked up the pencil, I was studying M.C. Escher's print, Relativity, trying to unlock the secret of how he did it. I didn't want to just copy it. I wanted to figure out how he did it and then do it myself. And once I figured it out, it was so deceptively simple, I felt like a boob for having spent 2 days trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's a giant equilateral triangle with a square centered in it.
Equilateral triangle, then you can do all the perspective stuff?
Right. If you look, these stairs point to this corner of the triangle, these point to the top, and these point to the side. You have 3, this is all about 3s. You have 3 gravities, the upright, the left-leaning, and the right-leaning. Right? And so I've got a figure for each side. Another interesting thing is that it's Dr. Fate's house, so it had his library and the candles floating everywhere. That's from the established series. Well, if you're magical like Dr. Fate and you have books and candles, the third logical thing is bells. So with all the archways, I hung bells, candle, book, and bell.
Yeah, that's awesome how you personalized it with the character.
Talk about personalizing. I signed it on every wall. Up here, and then the tiny little H in the corner of the exterior view. This was originally just the creepy villains hanging out in the swamp, and the composition needed some bright color in the middle, and at first I put a flower there. Well, originally it was just the villains in the swamp, right? I put a flower there, and that would look kind of weird, and then I put a brightly colored hair in there, and that looked kind of weird, and then it hit me, so I had to call the art director. I said, can you please let me have Supergirl for this card? He's like, great. Well, which costume? I said, the animated series. I want a white T-shirt,
The animated series.
But so she is, the beautiful, delicate flower there, and she makes the villains look a lot more threatening.
Well, now, what medium are these done in?
They're all done in Prismacolor pencil. I did 8 of them for the second series. This is from the brand new series. This card hasn't been printed yet. This is from Infinite Crisis, one of my favorite scenes where he says, I'm you, only better. One of my other favorite characters, also from Identity Crisis, is the calculator. And I had a lot of fun with this. The description required him finding Nightwing and Oracle about to have a kiss. So I ran across this wonderful reference from a 1950s film that had George Hamilton and Shirley MacLaine. And it had the mood and the romance and everything. So I went with that. And you notice he's recording it.
Is that a still from the film? Because that sort of looks like him.
Exactly, it is. And Shirley MacLaine, I mean, they were perfect. And then I wanted to add in something, little wicked hidden Easter egg is Batman finding one of the calculator's cameras and grabbing it. Because Batman will catch up to him one day.
Craig Hamilton, folks, just an amazing illustrator. Thanks a lot for the time. Yeah, thanks.
Raise the game.
You bet, absolutely. No, yeah, we just wanted to have some fun first.